Okay, today I'm going to be tackling making the game of Pong from scratch using Python. So let's get kicked off with just creating the new game. We're going to put a folder for it first. I'm not going to call it Pong. We're going to call it Paddles. Inside here, I'm just going to create a new. I'm just going to call it main.py function. I'm going to just put everything into this one file to start with. I want to get something working, and then if I have time, we'll come back and try to make things better in the future. So let's start by setting up Pygame. Bring it in, import Pygame. I'm going to import sys. And then I'm going to come down here a little bit to the bottom, and I'm going to just copy and paste in my default Python start function. This just checks to see if it's here, and then I'm going to have a function main, where I'm going to say print do something. Do something. There we go. All right, so we've got kind of like the skeleton of our program ready to go. So let's start with, well, let's start by setting up a few variables that we're going to use throughout the game, and then we'll try to see if we can get that ball to move around on the screen. So the first thing I need to do is I have to init Pygame, which requires me to call the pygame.init function. Then I'm going to have the window width and height be HT. Come on, fingers. Going to make it 800 by 600 pixels. Create the window that we're going to use. Mode, or yeah, set mode, double paren. And then we're going to set the name to paddles. All right, let's create a couple of colors. 255, 255, 255. Okay, let's see. I also need a clock. So I need to set the frames per second. 60. Then we'll create the clock object. Okay, so now we're ready to set up a ball. So I need to create the ball object, which is really, in this one, it's just going to be a simple rectangle. Rect. I'm going to set it to the width of the window divided by 2 and the height, because I want to make it start dead center of the screen. It is going to be twice the radius. All right, and I'm going to define some editable variables that I want to use. I'm going to call it delta x, call delta y for the speeds, and x first, and then y. So we've defined the ball, we've defined the speed. Now we need to draw it on the screen. So we're going to define a draw function. I guess the first thing I'll need to do is I'll need to actually do some stuff with the window. We want it to be black. And let's see, ball, or wait, no, I will need to Pygame draw. I'm gonna make this an ellipse. I think that's what I want. That'll make it draw it as a circle. Window white for the color. And then okay, so we've got the window filled, the ball drawn. Now we need to flip it. Display.flip. Okay, so let's go to the main function. Can I just call the draw function and have it just run? Let's try it. I don't know. Python main. It would just work, right? Oh, hey, it worked. And then it didn't. Because it popped up for just a second, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't keep it. While true. Have it just running in a blazingly fast loop. Okay, one ball in the center, not responding because the thing is just running at max speed. That's expected. Okay, so now that I have a draw function that draws the ball, now I need to have a move function. Let's see. I'm gonna call it move ball. Seems simple enough. And I need to interact with the two ball variables right here. So I need to go global ball dx, ball dy, and then I need to move the balls in the direction that are set the new position based on the direction that they're moving. There we go. That's what I meant to say. So ball dot x ball dx ball dot y plus equals ball underscore dy. There we go. Now when I do that, if I come down here and I say move ball, now it should start moving, right? And should just go vomiting off the screen. Vomiting. Oh, it went really fast. It went off the screen very quickly. Okay, so maybe I need to move the ball slower than that. Well, let's try to. Well, okay. So it could be that it's moving off just way too fast. What's that speed? Let's change it down to. Oh, I know, because I'm not throttling it. I created the clock and I'm not throttling it. So that's a problem. Let's see. So inside of my run statement, I've got to say clock dot tick s. There we go. Now it'll probably take a lot less. Or now it's moving. Okay, I got it. I got it. Ooh, he's ridiculously slow though. Okay, I still can't kill the game because it's still stuck in this loop, endless loop. So let's have it change direction when I hit the edge of the edge of the border. So it'll bounce around, kind of like the old DVD logo thing that you used to see if you're old like me. So let's do top and bottom. So we're gonna say if ball dot top is less than or equal to 0 because it's 0 at the top, or the ball dot bottom is greater than or equal to the height, then I'm gonna say ball dx, no, top is dy. So times equals -1. Change the direction, just flip it from the other direction. And then I'm gonna say if ball dot left is less than or equal to 0, or ball dot right is greater than or equal to the width. X times equals -1. All right, I'll need to make this thing go. We'll just pump it up to 10. Why not? I don't know if that's how fast it's going to be. Let's just check it. Let's just check it out. Ooh, it's bouncing, and it is bouncing very quickly. But I can't stop it because it causes it to lock up. So let's fix that. First, let's also bump this back down a little bit. Okay. So inside the main loop, I need to be able to exit the game cleanly without it causing it to have an issue. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it a variable. And then in the middle of all of, actually after I do this to cause the screen to update, I need to do a couple of things. I need to check for some events, particularly Pygame quitting, and then I want to get the keys, and I want to look for the escape key to end the game. So we'll say for event in pygame dot event event. If the event dot type pygame dot quit running. Okay, so that we'll check for that. That's really the only event that I'm looking for at the moment. And then I want to get the keys. Get pressed. And if, oops, space, keys. I want the pygame dot key underscore escape. So if I've pressed the escape key, then I will set running equal to false. And it's got to be capital F. All right, let's try that. Oh, fail. Did you mean key? Oh, yeah, I did. I did, in fact, mean key. Thank you. There we go. Gonna work. Okay, so now it's bouncing around. I can interact with the window, which is what I want. So now I can hit this button to close it. Awesome. And then I want to test escape. Perfect. All right, so we have a fully framed beginning of a game. So we have the ball bouncing around. Now let's try to add some paddles. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the paddles as we have done for the ball. I'll put it right here. So I'm gonna create a couple more width, paddle, height. So the paddles don't need to be very wide. How wide do they? The ball radius is 7. That means the ball is 14 pixels wide. I don't need it to be that wide. We'll just make it simple. We'll call it this. We'll say 10 wide. I like it even number. And 250. How high is it? The height of the screen is 600, so 200 will be too big. Let's go 100. So paddle width, and paddle height. I need to have a speed. We'll say 5. Same as that one. Yeah, we'll call it the same speed. Actually, I want it to be faster than that. Let's go 10. No, 10 was really fast. Let's go 8. I only need to have one speed variable here because I am only going in one direction, up and down, y direction only. So I don't need to have an x direction because it'll never be there. So let's create a paddle. We'll call it one left. Correct. Excuse me. I want it set in a little bit from the left side because you don't want the paddle touching the edge of the window because that would look weird. Let's see. We want this one to be also in the middle of the window, up and down. So in order to do that, I need to have the height divided by 2, and then I need to also take into account the height of the paddle, which I have. So it'll be paddle height also divided by 2, and then it'll be paddle width, paddle height. So that's the left paddle. Let's just make one for the right too. This one should be pretty simple. Correct. I need it to be on the opposite side, so I need to go the width of the window. And it's, how wide is it? It is 10 wide. I want a 10 spacing, so we're gonna say 20. That's the width of the paddle plus 10 spacing, that's 20 pixels in, because everything starts on the left. And then the rest of it is gonna be just like up above. And then paddle width and paddle height. So what did I do wrong? Missing. Oh, it's missing. Okay, I'm missing the color. There we go. All right, so now we have some paddles that don't line up quite right. Right, those aren't lined up. No, they're not. Not at all. So paddle left, I say the height minus the paddle height. Oh, I didn't divide it by 2. Perfect. Now they're lined up how they're supposed to be. Now the thing I don't have is I don't have any paddles that move. So we need to put a little bit of logic on there to make the paddles move. So we will handle that. Well, I'm already getting all the keys that are being pressed, so I'm going to write a function. I'm going to say def handle input. And in here, I'm going to pass in the keys, so I've got to pass the keys in. I'm going to use W and S and up and down to control the left side and the right side. So I'm going to say if keys, excuse me, dot KW, and the paddle is not already at the top, so left paddle top greater than 0. Then I will say left paddle top Y, because they're only moving the Y direction. It's minus, right? Minus equals paddle speed. And then I'll do if keys pygame.k underscore, capital K S left paddle dot bottom is less than the height, and paddle left Y plus equals paddle speed. And then I'll need to do the same thing for the other side. So if keys, but this time the key is up. Right. I screwed something up there. It's paddle right. This is paddle left. There we go. So that should allow me to, I'm not doing anything with it. Handle input keys. Oh, I also probably should do something with this too, shouldn't I? I'll leave it there for now. That's more of a convenience for me to end the game that way. Okay, so up, down, up, down. Can do them both at the same time. All right, so we got it. I can do this, except that it, doesn't actually do anything. Okay, so we've got that. I don't need the, since I have it, so I can use the close button. I don't really need this anymore. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Except that I did the wrong thing. I need that one. I don't need this one. Okay, so now I need to make a small change it should be a small change, to this move ball logic to account for hitting the paddle versus hitting the goal area, the out of bounds is what we'll call it. So first, let's change this logic. So if the ball to the left is less than or equal to 0, and I'm going to split this up because I could keep this logic right here and just call this, do a reset. But eventually when we start keeping score, I'm going to need to know if it went off the left side or if it went off the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, say if ball.right is greater than the width. And then I'm going to call, oops, that's the wrong comment, reset the ball. And actually, I'm just going to do a reset on the ball. So the ball, when it scores in one direction, I want it to change. I still want it to change its velocity like it was before. So if it was going to the left, it'll start going to the right. So I'm still going to say ball underscore dx times equals -1, just like it was before. However, I'm going to reset the center of the ball, or the ball to the center of the board. So the center, which is really just the width divided by integer divided by 2, and the height divided by 2. That's it. And then I'll do the same thing here. So the difference here is now it shouldn't bounce off the back of the window or the thing, right? Resets and it changes direction. Perfect. All right, so we got that. Let's go and add collision. We're going to have collisions. So when it hits a paddle, so we're going to say if the ball dot collide rect, and then I pass in the rectangle I want to check. So we'll say left paddle or paddle left. Actually, it doesn't really matter as long as it's because all it'll do is just return the direction, change the direction. So ball dot collide rect. All right. If it is, then I'm going to say ball dy. What, 1? That should be it. Maybe. Nope. All right. So it was a great idea. So collide rect. Oh, I don't want it to change the y direction. I need to change the x direction. That's why. Let's try that. There we go. It's gonna work. Still didn't. So what's going on here? So if the collide COLL, well, I guess it's not throwing an error, right? There's no error. No, there's not. Oh my goodness. I'm dumb. There it is right there. Gotta be -1. -1. Okay. I want to move. I think I still want to move the ball first. There we go. Now it bounces. Yeah. So now we got bounce. Okay. All right. Nailed that baby, didn't we? Heck yeah. Okay, so we've got real basic game of Pong. Now that we got that, I'm gonna have a little fun. What happens if I bump this speed up? Like a lot. Can I keep? Oh god. Oh hey. I can't. Nope. I don't. I'm not making any noticeable impact on the game. I've made it go too fast, and I've created art. So, all right. What if I double it? Actually, if I let's just make it really fast. No, it doesn't do anything. So somewhere. It's moving so fast it can't even process what it's doing. But I have managed to make a pretty blinking graphic. Okay, let's get back to some reasonable numbers here. 7 reasonable, I don't know. 7's pretty fast. The ball can still catch it. Okay, well, that's going to be it for today. Next time when we come back, we'll make a few modifications to the game. We'll add an end condition. We'll add the score to this display. And then we'll spend quite a bit of time going through the back end and kind of cleaning up that code a little bit. We're going to try to abstract out the different game objects into their own classes in an attempt to make the game a little bit more maintainable and easier to understand in the future. So if you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to keep seeing more videos on this series, hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when I post the new content. Like I said, next time we're going to make some modifications to this one, but then we're going to jump into learning some more concepts and build a second game. And this time we're going to be trying to do something in Godot. So we'll have some comparisons between doing it in Pygame versus in Godot. So until that next video comes out, everybody take it easy, and I will see you later.